First of all, I want to thank you for meeting all of us and helping us to support and promote the STEP program. So I'm going to ask you some questions and feel free to answer any way you want and be as detailed as you wish also. First, if you could tell us how you became incarcerated and what has helped you to not be incarcerated again. And also, has anyone in your family been incarcerated?
All right. So the way I became incarcerated was back in February 2016. Pretty much hanging around with the wrong people, talking to the wrong people. I had pretty much in the past, I was a model, so I've taught modeling. I used to produce fashion shows, so on and so forth. So I had a huge social media base of people that would constantly message me, asking for help, wanting to know how they could become an actor, model, or so on and so forth. So I would introduce them to my agent. And sometimes, there's too much people constantly contacting me, so I tend to ignore people and so on and so forth. So at one point, people tried to do things to entice me, and they started sending me lewd images and so on and so forth. And my mistake was I never deleted the messages or whatsoever, just kept them in my social media. And I guess one of the persons reported me as I had people who were hating on where I was becoming, who I was becoming, and the people I knew, jealousy and so on and so forth. So someone reported me, and that's how it came about. So for my knowledge, there has not been anyone in my family that's been incarcerated, other than I believe my father previously had like a DUI. That's from what I know. That's pretty much it. And what I've been doing to keep myself not incarcerated is I get myself involved in education, pursuing furthering my education thanks to the STEP program. Also probation also makes sure I keep on track. And a former high school teacher actually is acting like an advisor and a guidance counselor in life for me recently. We talk constantly, daily. She keeps me on track, making sure I'm doing the right things. I also have a very supportive family and friends that constantly keeps me on track, make sure I stay out of trouble. And experiencing being in prison and also jail, I've learned my lesson. It's somewhere I never want to go back. It was horrible experience and an eye-opener for me.
Thank you. During your probation period, how have you been introduced to the STEP program?
So I've heard about STEP program right when I came out through both a probation officer and also about STEP. And because I told her I want to further my education, and she was like, "Have you heard of the STEP program?" She referred me, and she connected me with you. So that's how I heard.
How has the STEP program changed your life? Tell us about the assessment, testing, and advising process.
It actually motivated me. I've always wanted to further my education. The reason why I stopped my education several years ago because my father passed away and my mom was struggling taking care of the household, so I kind of took a break and started working full-time, multiple jobs to help her pay the bills. And I've always wanted to go back to school, so STEP program helped me motivate and pushed me to make that decision and finally do it, and it's been very helpful. Due to my incarceration, it's hard for me to get a good job, and it's even harder for me to pay for school, so STEP program has helped me do that as well and pay for my books. And as many people know, books are very expensive in college, and it keeps me motivated, and you yourself constantly keep in touch with me and keeps me motivated, makes me want to further my education and do better.
Great. What have your experiences with the STEP mentor been? I think you've answered some of that, but how have we helped you along the way?
It's been very, very good, very amazing. Peggy, you're awesome. Always keep in touch, make sure everything's fine, and if I need any help, assistance, you've been very helpful, beyond helpful. Helped me register for classes, reminded me to register for classes, and constantly ask how my classes are doing. If I need any help and assistance, you've called me multiple times. So another way, you're acting as an advisor and a guidance counselor as well, so very helpful. Tremendously helpful.
Well, thank you. You're pretty awesome yourself.
Thank you.
What would you say to others, prospective STEP clients like yourself, who may be interested in the STEP program?
I mean, I know how hard it could be to get back into school, get back on track, in further education and look for resources. I mean, there's so many resources, and STEP is a great resource, and I highly, highly recommend people to take advantage of it and further their education. Some people sometimes make excuses that there's no help out there. There really is, such as STEP. So take advantage of it and further education. And the society we live in, and also the area we live in, Silicon Valley, if you don't have a higher education, it's hard to move forward and accomplish your dreams. And it's always better to know more and have more knowledge as this society is growing. So STEP program will help people, and it's difficult for people who are incarcerated because a lot of people, it's hard for them to get a job, hard for them to go to school due to whatever situation they are, and also for some people they've been locked up so long that their life has changed. They're not used to. It's hard to adapt back into society. So programs like STEP help them. And I know how hard it is to pay for school. Been there, and it's still, and STEP is very helpful. I mean, it's free help, free resources. Why not take advantage of it?
Great. One other question. You've mentioned your education several times. Would you tell us where you're going and what your goal is at your college now?
Definitely. I'm going currently at Foothill College, and my goal there is to get my associates in business administration and marketing and transfer to a 4-year. I'm still looking into what 4-year I want to go to, but I'm looking into probably going to Menlo College of Business, which I first was accepted into graduating out of high school, or go back to Cal State East Bay where I was attending before and get my bachelor's in business. And my ultimate goal in the future is to even get a master's in business and marketing.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
Thank you. You are an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you for the help. Appreciate it.